people to join. Marcus, thank you for being the first person on my live stream. Thank you. Whew. All right. Can you hear me and can you see me? I need to know before I begin. Thank you. Giovanni, leave my live. Don't use Minecraft phrases in my live stream. That's not allowed here. Thank you. Welcome back, Nicole. Thank you for joining. Can you hear me and can you see me? Now, I'm glad you can hear me and see me, all right? Now, I'm a little stuffy right now because of my springtime allergies, but I'm still going to go live. I just might sound a little congested as I speak. So thank you. Now, I am going to remind you all of the rules of my live stream again before we begin, okay? Rule number 1 of my live stream. This is a pro school live stream. That means that you are not allowed to say bad things about school here, okay? Good. Rule number 2 of my live stream. If you send a super chat, you do not have to, but if you do, you are required to say something nice to me because I'm forced to read every single one out loud to the entire live stream. And finally, rule number 3 of my live stream, if you send a large super chat that appears on my screen down here, you are required to compliment me. Because the larger it is, the longer it stays on my screen, and I will not tolerate any rude messages on my screen for multiple minutes. Thank you. Let's get started. Let's see what amazing comments everyone is going to leave on my live stream. Thank you. Nicole Cranfield, thank you for the super chat already. Thank you. Nicole says, put my boss on the good list because he said get well to me. All right, Nicole, I'll put you and your boss on there. Thank you so much. In case you're new here, I'm keeping track of what you say in my live stream. If you say anything rude or disrespectful, you go on my bad student list. If you say anything nice, though, you go on my good student list. So I suggest you shut your mouth and you be nice to me. Thank you. It is not that hard to be in my live stream and say nice, respectful things to me, okay? If you find that challenging, then I want you out of my life. I do not want you here. Leave now. Thank you. It is not that complicated. Thank you. Tricky, thank you for the super chat. Tricky says, hey, Megamind, I flushed my homework down the skippity toilet. Okay. That's not funny. That is rude. Don't say that. Don't call me Megamind. You're on the bad student list. How dare you? I mean, what gives you the right to speak to me like that? You are ruining my live stream by talking to me like that. I want you out of my live now. Yub, thank you for the super chat. Yub says, hey, it is me again. Thank you, Yub. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that a lot. You are going on my good student list. Thank you for not leaving a rude or disrespectful comment. Thank you. What other comments are there? I'm seeing nice comments, not any bad comments. Slungus, wow, thank you so much for that super chat. Slungus says, give me your best tips on how to pass the exam. You need to study, okay? It is not that hard. It is called studying. I study every single day for about 19 hours every single day. So I suggest you do the same. Thank you very much. Ridiculous. Now, give me 1 second. I need to pause the live stream. I need to turn on my air conditioning. It's getting a little hot here. Give me 1 second. There we go. I'm back. I had to turn on my air for a second. Thank you for staying in my live stream. Now, hopefully that weeded out the rude people of my live stream, okay? So, let's see what other nice comments there are. Goated Green says that was fast. Yes, it was because I can control my air conditioning on my phone. Give me a second. Now the camera's all blurry. There we go. That's much better. Thank you. See, I control my air conditioning on my cellular device, even though cellular devices are illegal and you should not have them, okay? Thank you. Okay, Gabriel Washington Brown says Megamind. I am not Megamind. I want you to leave my live if you're going to call me Megamind. That is rude and disrespectful, and no one wants you here if you're going to talk to me like that. There are 3 simple rules in my live stream, okay? They are very simple. Rule number 1 of my live stream. This is a pro school live stream. You are not allowed to say bad things about school here. Rule number 2 of my live stream. If you send a super chat, you do not have to, but if you do, you are required to say something nice to me because I'm forced to read every single one out loud to the entire live stream. And finally, rule number 3 of my live stream. If you send a large super chat that appears on my screen down here, you are required to compliment me because the larger it is, the longer it stays on my screen, and I will not tolerate rude comments on my screen for multiple minutes. Thank you. It is not that hard to be nice to me, okay? It is not that hard. I am on this live stream to talk about how amazing school is. I am here providing a public service. And if you do not like that, then you can leave my live because no one wants you here. Thank you very much. Ridiculous. Herminio, thank you so much for that $10 yellow super chat. Jeez. Herminio says, LOL, too funny. My boy went to check on his kids not turn on his AC. You haven't seen his school since 2006. Okay. I go to school every day. I don't know what you're implying, but I love school. I would never not go to school. Thank you, the Herminio, for that $10 yellow super chat. That $10 yellow super chat is the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream. That means if it stays that way, your name is going to go on my official Koydog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every single live stream. And right now it's you, Herminio. You are going to be named number 82 on the honor roll. So thank you so much for that $10 yellow super chat, the #1 largest one of my entire live stream. I'm going to put you on my good student list. Thank you. And let me tell you this, okay? This is not a joke, okay? Nothing about what I do is funny, okay? I am not trying to be funny. I am trying to speak to you about how amazing school is, about how school is the best thing to ever exist, okay? So I want you to leave my live if you think I'm being funny, because this is not a joke. We are dead serious here, okay? I love school. I think school is the best thing ever. If you disagree, leave my live now. Thank you. Nicole, thank you so much for that $5 green super chat. Nicole says, please tell me why Koi Daddy 123 has a picture of you with no eyebrows and he calls you names. Very bland of him, pun intended. Okay. Let me make something very clear. You are not allowed to use my face as your profile picture, and you are not allowed to change your username to my username. That is not funny. You are stealing my identity. That is not allowed. Thank you, Nicole, for bringing that to my attention. I will make sure to deal with that personally. Thank you. It is not that hard to be nice to me in my live stream, okay? It is not that difficult, okay? All you have to do is follow the school rules, okay? It is not that hard to follow the school rules because you do it every single day in school, so do it for an hour in my live stream. Thank you. Colton, thank you for the super chat. Colton says, huh? Colton, do you not understand what's going on here? This live stream is a way for me to talk about how amazing school is. It is a way to have a discussion with everyone, all right? We're going to talk about how much we love school. However, there are people here who leave rude comments about school, so I'm forced to deal with them, okay? That is why I sound so angry all the time. Thank you. Roads and Traffic says school sucks. You suck. Your attitude sucks. You have an attitude problem, Roads and Traffic. I want you on the, you're going on the bad student list. I want you out of my life. If anyone here thinks that school sucks, I want you all out of my life. You are not allowed here if you think that school sucks. That is not allowed. Thank you very much. Super Marvelous, thank you for joining. Hello to you too. Thank you. That one goofy says, dang, bro, it's not that deep. Yes, it is. It is that deep, okay? School is the most amazing thing to ever exist. And if you come into my live stream and say otherwise, then yeah, I'm going to get annoyed. And yeah, I'm going to call you out on it, okay? It is not that hard to understand, okay? You can talk negatively about school in any other live stream. Not this one, though. Not my live stream. Because my live stream, we love school here, okay? So I want you out of my live now if you're going to disrespect me. Thank you. Charles, thank you for the super chat. Charles says, I think my school is the best. Thank you, Charles. However, my school is the best. I'm so glad you love your school. You are going on the good student list since you love school. In case you're new here, I'm keeping track of what you say in my live stream. If you say anything rude or disrespectful, you go on the bad student list. If you say anything nice, though, you go on my good student list. So I suggest you shut your mouth now. Thank you. It is not that hard to say nice things to me. Mars02, thank you for the super chat. Mars says it's really not. It really is. It is that deep. I want you out of my live if you don't like school. It is not that complicated, okay? In my live stream, we respect school. We talk about how much we love school. We do not sit here and complain about school because school is perfect in every possible way. I guarantee that every single person in my live stream right now loves school. So leave my live now. if you do not like school. Thank you very much. Get out. XVN, thank you for the super chat. XVN says, hey, Technoblade never dies. Thank you, XVN. I agree. Thank you for that $5 super chat. Thank you so much for that. You are going on my good student list. Thank you. Nicole says, I love school so much we learn new things. Yes, we do. I'm so glad to hear that, Nicole. I'm so glad you love school so much. Thank you so much for that. Whoa. Lover Demon Slayer. Wow. Lover Demon Slayer fan just sent a $50 pink super chat. Wow. That is crazy. That is the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream. That means if it stays that way, Lover's name is going to go on the official Koydog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every single live stream. And right now it's Lover Demon Slayer fan. They're going to be named number 82 on the official Koydog honor roll if it stays that way. So thank you so much for that $50 pink super chat, the #1 largest one of my entire live stream. That is crazy. Thank you so much for that. Lover says, I'm back. School does not suck, and we should have more homework and no field trips. Lover, that is the perfect comment. Thank you so much for leaving that kind of amazing comment on your large super chat. Because as you can see, the larger it is, the longer it stays on my screen. So that is now going to stay on my screen for the next, 30 minutes. So thank you so much for being nice to me with your comment, Lover. You are going on the super good student list. You are one of the top students of this live stream. Thank you, Lover Demon Slayer. I appreciate that a lot. You are a great student. Thank you. See, it is not that hard to be nice to me, okay? Thank you. Aiden Evans, thank you for the super chat. Aiden says, I love school but went home sick, sadly. I am sorry to hear that, Aiden. I hate when someone has to leave school early. However, let me make something clear. I've never left school early, okay? I'm always at school on time, and I'm always the last person to leave the school every single day, all right? I hate seeing other people leave school early because I think it is ridiculous. Thank you. I appreciate that, though. All right? Thank you. The Viper, thank you for the super chat. The Viper says, Koydog is my man, so back off. Okay. How about you leave my live? That is weird. Do not say that. Thank you very much. Marzo2, thank you for the super chat. Mars says, my bad, I just can't learn with the bad kids. I agree. I do not like when people are in class chit-chatting and making jokes and not paying attention, all right? You are at school. School is not a place for you to make friends and chit-chat and hang out. It is a place of learning. It is a place for studying, okay? So I want you to leave my live if you have ever made a friend at school. That is ridiculous, okay? You are not allowed to make friends at school. School is for learning. School is for education. Thank you. Nicole, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Nicole. Nicole says, tomorrow I hope I have school and I hope I get to do script writing. I'm a good student. I know you are, Nicole. That is why you are going on my super good student list. You are one of the best students of my entire life. In every life. You always leave very nice comments. So thank you, Nicole Cranfill, for leaving a very nice comment with your large super chat. Dingus the Gamer comments, Megamind is angry. #1, I am not Megamind. I look nothing like Megamind. I am not bald, I do not have a big forehead, and I am not wearing a wig, okay? And I'm not blue, okay? So enough of that. Do not make fun of me like that. And #2, #2, I am not angry, okay? I am simply telling you that if you disrespect school, then there are going to be consequences, and you need to leave my live if you're gonna do that, okay? Maybe if you don't want me to be angry, then don't leave rude comments about school. It is not that difficult at all. Beef, thank you for the super chat. Beef says Beef has returned. Thank you, Beef, for joining again. You are going on my good student list. However, you are not an actual piece of beef. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, though. Thank you. What other nice comments are there? Okay. No, I'm seeing a lot of rude and negative comments. No, give me a second. We need to go over the rules of my live stream again, since some people do not understand them. Rule #1 of my live stream. This is a pro school live stream. That means that you are not allowed to say anything bad about school here. Rule #2 of my live stream. If you send a super chat, you do not have to, but if you do, you are required to say something nice to me because I'm forced to read every single one out loud to the entire live stream. And finally, rule #3 of my live stream. If you send a large super chat that appears on my screen down here like Demon did, you are required to compliment me because as you can see, the larger it is, the longer it stays on my screen. Now, while we're talking about Demon, I want to give one more shout out to Demon. Make sure you subscribe to them because Demon sent a $50 pink super chat, which is insane. That is the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream. That means if it stays that way, Demon's name is going to go on the official Koydog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every single live stream. Right now it's Demon. Demon's going to be named number 82 on my official Koydog honor roll if it stays that way. So thank you so much for that $50 pink super chat, the #1 largest one of my entire live stream. Thank you. Let's move on. Noel Mellon, thank you for the super chat. Noel says, oh, hello, we're back. Yes, we are. I am always live. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Thank you. You are going on my good student list. Thank you. See, it is not that hard to leave nice here we go. Izzy Gets Busy commented, school sucks. School does not suck, okay? If anything sucks, it's you, okay? This is to everyone who doesn't like school. You have an attitude problem, and I want you out of my life. We do not tolerate disrespect here, okay? School is the best thing to ever exist, and I want each and every one of you to understand that. There is nothing better than school. I want everyone here to tell me, what do you love the most about school? Because school is so amazing in every possible way. Please let me know. Nicole, thank you for that $5 super chat again. Nicole says, some of you must be blind because Megamind is an alien and Tyler is a mammal. I don't see why people call you something false. Yeah, I agree, Nicole. I am a human being. I am not an alien like Megamind. Some people are just cyber bullies. They enjoy trying to bring me down, but guess what? That's never gonna happen because school is amazing and I will never stop loving school. Thank you very much, Nicole. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's ridiculous. Who said that? Who said? Saint Prod 2 comments, recess is my favorite. Recess is not a class, okay? Recess is bad. Recess should not be your favorite class, okay? I believe, personally, that we need to get rid of recess, lunch, art, music, band, all of those dumb classes. We need to get rid of them, especially physical education, okay? Those are not real classes. Those are pointless and stupid classes. Thank you very much. It's ridiculous. Like, honestly, why are you here if you're leaving rude comments about school? I don't get it. Why are you here if you do not like school? Okay? This is a live stream where we talk about how much we love school. You are not allowed to say anything bad about school here. Thank you very much. Now, if you are new here, please be sure to subscribe to me. I would appreciate that so much. We are 200 subscribers away from 621,000 subscribers. That is insane. Thank you so much. Please be sure to subscribe. Do it now. Thank you. You didn't have to, though. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for subscribing. Let's see what other... okay, no. I'm seeing so many rude comments in my live stream. This is ridiculous. I'm seeing people say school is bad. I'm seeing people call me Megamind. I'm seeing people say they don't like mathematics. No. Rule #1 of my live stream, you are not allowed to say anything bad about school here because school is absolutely amazing. Rule #2 of my live stream, if you send a super chat, you are required to say something nice to me because I'm forced to read every single one out loud to the entire live stream. Rule #3 of my live stream, if you send a large super chat that appears on my screen down here, you are required to compliment me. Because as you can see, the larger it is, the longer it stays on my screen. And I will not tolerate a rude comment on my screen for multiple minutes. Leave my live now. It is ridiculous. The amount of disrespect in my live stream is ridiculous. Do you talk to your mother like this? Do you talk to your parents like this? So don't talk to me like this, okay? It is so disrespectful. It is so insanely disrespectful. Leave my live now if you do not like school. Leave my live now if you're going to cyberbully me. That is not allowed here. Thank you very much. Jesse B here says school is the best. Thank you, Jesse. I know, school is the best. There is nothing better than school. Silly Goose, thank you for the super chat. Silly Goose says, if you read this, your father left you. Okay. That is so rude. How dare you? How dare you send that kind of a rude message with your super chat? I said very specifically, if you send a super chat, you are required to say something nice to me because I'm forced to read every single one out loud to the entire live stream. That was not nice. That was rude. I want you out of my live stream, silly goose. You are not a silly goose. You're a rude goose. You're going on the bad student list. How dare you? If you are new here, please be sure to subscribe. I would appreciate that so much. Whoa. We are 800 subscribers away from 622,000 subscribers. That would be insane if we got there this live stream. Please be sure to subscribe. Do it now. Thank you. Beef, thank you for the super chat. Beef says, room tour, please. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow night, Beef. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. See, thank you, Beef, for being a nice viewer and leaving nice comments in my live stream. It is not that hard to be nice to me, okay? Thank you. Silly Goose, thank you for that super chat again. Silly Goose says, I'm not a rude goose, you are? Okay, no. Leave my live now. I am not rude. I am not disrespectful, okay? That is not funny. I'm the nicest person in the whole world. If you think I'm rude, then I suggest you go outside and see how rude people actually are, okay? Go touch some grass. How dare you speak to me like that in my live stream? I am the owner of this live stream. So if I tell you something is true, it is true. If I tell you to do something, then you do it. Okay? Because I own this live stream. Thank you very much. The Shark Gaming, thank you for the super chat. The Shark says, why are you built like Megamind's younger cousin? Okay. I do not look like Megamind. Leave my live now. Nicole, thank you for the $5 super chat again. Thank you, Nicole. Nicole says, the last words my dad said before he passed on was, don't skip school. Nicole, I am very sorry to hear that. I am very sorry to hear that, and I hope you have never skipped school before. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Now, this is ridiculous. What is wrong? What is wrong with each and every single one of you in my live stream? Why am I seeing rude comment after rude comment after rude comment? Okay? That is uncalled for. This is a live stream where we talk about how much we love school. You are not allowed to disrespect school here. Rule number 2 of my live stream, if you send a super chat, you are required to be nice to me. You are required to say something nice because I'm forced to read every single one out loud to the entire live stream. Rule number 3 of my live, if you send a large super chat that appears on my screen down there, you are required to compliment me. Because as you can see, the larger it is, the longer it stays on my screen. Thank you very much. Leave my live now if you cannot follow those 3 simple rules. Lover Demon Slayer, wow. Lover, thank you so much for that $20 orange super chat. Lover says, school is the best and he is not Megamind. Thank you, Lover. I want everyone to like that comment right now. School is the best, and I am not Megamind. Thank you, Lover, for not cyberbullying me like everyone else in this live stream. Lover, you are already on my super good student list. Thank you so much for that. In case you don't know, Lover Demon Slayer sent a $50 pink super chat, which means that is the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream. That means that if it stays that way, Lover's name goes on my official Koydog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every single live stream, and right now it's Lover. Lover's going to be named number 82 on my honor roll if it stays that way. So thank you so much, Lover, for that $50 pink super chat, the #1 largest one of my entire live stream. Thank you so much for that. Silly Goose, thank you for the super chat. Silly Goose says, this kid is why you go to real school. I go to real school, okay? Don't make fun of me. Salmo, thank you for the super chat. Salmo says, turn into a teacher. No, I like going to school. I am not going to do that. Chiron, thank you for the super chat. Chiron says, at least I don't smell like poop. Okay, that is rude. I do not smell bad. I showered 3 months and 27 days ago. So leave my live now if you disagree with me. The Shark Gaming, thank you for the super chat. The Shark says, why are you built like Megamind's younger cousin? No, leave my live, it's not funny. Overload, thank you for the $5 super chat. Overload says, this guy is cool, he does not deserve to get bullied. Thank you so much, I agree. I do not deserve to get cyberbullied like this. Leave my live now if you're gonna be rude to me. Silly Goose, thank you for the super chat. Silly Goose says, I'm going to have a special talk with your barber. Silly Goose, my grandmother cuts my hair because she is a hairstylist. So I want you to leave my live now. Do not make fun of my haircut. Nicole, thank you for the super chat. Nicole says, history class is important because it's historical, pun intended, haha. Thank you, Nicole, for your very nice joke. That's why you're on my good student list. Thank you, Nicole, for leaving a nice comment on like half of the people in this live stream. Masako, thank you for the super chat. Masako says, bro, I love school. Thank you, that's so good to hear. I'm so glad you love school because this is a live stream where we talk about how much we love school. Remy Games, thank you for the super chat. Remy says, F school. No. How dare you say that? Leave my live now. That is rude. That is inappropriate. I want you out of my live now. You are not funny. You are rude. Mike, thank you for the $5 super chat. You are not going to get me to say your full name. Mike says, I hate school. Who do you think you are saying that in my live stream? This is a live stream where we talk about how much we love school. You are not allowed to be here and disrespect school like that. I want you out of my live now. I want every single person in my live stream who does not like school to leave my live now. You are not welcome here. Thank you very much. Now, if you are new here, please subscribe. I would appreciate that so much. We are 100 subscribers away from 622,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. Please be sure to subscribe. Do it now. Thank you. I appreciate that. Random Meme Guy, thank you so much for that $10 yellow super chat. That's the third largest super chat of my entire live stream. Thank you for that. Random says, I'm failing math right now with a 46. Random Meme Guy, I suggest you leave my live and you go study. It sounds like you need to do that, okay? It is not that hard to get a good grade in mathematics, okay? I only study for 17 hours every single night, and I have straight A pluses. It's not that hard. Joshua, thank you for the super chat. Joshua says, I graduated. Good for you, Joshua. Congrats. I actually graduated too. In case you don't know, I graduated from college last year. I am 23 years old. However, I convinced my teachers to allow me to go back to school. So that is why I am still in school. Thank you. Silly Goose, thank you for the super chat. Silly Goose says, do you know my pet dino? Yeah. Leave my live. No, I don't. Kitty, thank you for the $5 super chat. Kitty says, hello, it's me again. I love your videos so much that I had to come to your live. I love your lives. I love school so much. Thank you, Kitty. That is the perfect comment. You are going on my good student list for that. Thank you so much. In case you don't know what that is, I'm keeping track of what you say in my live stream. If you say anything rude or disrespectful, you go on the bad student list. If you say anything nice, though, you go on my good student list. So I suggest you shut your mouth and be nice to me. Thank you. It is not that hard to be nice to me. Kyron, thank you for the super chat. Kyron says, at least my head doesn't look like an egg. My head does not look like an egg. My head is a very normal shape. I want you to leave my live now. You are not funny. If you are new here, please be sure to subscribe. I'd appreciate that so much. We are 700 subscribers away from 623,000 subscribers. That is insane. Thank you so much for all the support. I appreciate that so much. Subscribe now. Silly Goose, thank you for the super chat. Silly Goose says, how hard is it to keep up the act? This is not an act. This is who I am. If you think I'm acting, if you think this is all a joke, leave my life. I love school. I will do anything for school. I will do everything for school. Leave my life now. There's nothing better than school. Now, I want to do one more shout out real quick to Lover Demon Slayer. In case you can't see, Lover Demon Slayer sends a $50 pink super chat, which is crazy. That is the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream. That means if it stays that way, Lover Demon Slayer is going to go on the official Koydog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every single live stream. And right now it's Lover with that $50 pink super chat. Lover's going to be named number 82 on the honor roll. So thank you so much, Lover. You are going to be on my official Koydog honor roll if it stays that way. I don't know if I said, I don't remember. But this honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every single live stream. So thank you so much, Lover, for that the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream, that $50 pink super chat. I just got to keep honoring you because that's crazy. Thank you so much for that. Wild. Lamar, thank you for the super chat. Lamar says, I'm smarter than you. No, you're not. You think you are, but no one is smarter than me. I am the smartest human being to ever exist. Thank you very much. Max, thank you for the super chat. Max says, I'm telling, haha, I'm the other teacher's pet. Yeah. No, you're not. There is no one better than me. Leave my live now. I'm the only teacher's pet. Daith, thank you for the super chat. Daith says, I hate school because you're talking about it. No. Leave my live now. You're not funny. Death Roblox, thank you for the super chat. Death Roblox says, I'm in your walls. Yeah, no, you're not. What you are is a liar. You're a big liar. Leave my live now. Random Meme Guy, thank you so much for that $20 super chat. Random Meme Guy says, okay, I just got a 200-page book to study. I love school so much. That is so good to hear. I am so glad you love school that much, that you got a 200-page book to study. However, I read 1,000-page textbooks, so you need to get on my level. Random Meme Guy, you're going on my good student list. That is so good to hear. I am so glad that you are a good student like me. Thank you so much. Mateo boy, thank you so much for that $10 super chat. Thank you. Thank you for not leaving a rude message either. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much for that. Whoa. Stella, thank you so much for that $50 pink super chat. Wow. Stella, that $50 pink super chat is tied for the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream. That means if it stays that way, both you and Lover, both of your names are going to go on the official Koydog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every single live stream, and right now it's the both of you. So you're going to be names number 82 and 83 on my honor roll if it stays that way. Thank you so much for that $50 pink super chat, the #1 largest one of my entire live stream. That is crazy. Thank you so much for that. Stella says, miss me yet? LOL, I pretty much live on your live at this point. I'm glad you're enjoying my live that much, Stella. That is so good to hear. You are going on my super good student list. Thank you so much for that. Nicole, thank you for the super chat. Nicole says, Alter tried to bribe me to say a bad word. Now, tell Alter to leave my live. We do not say bad words in my live stream. I know Alter. Alter's a very rude individual. Thank you. Mateo, thank you for the $5 super chat. Mateo says, have you gotten tests for extra credit? Because I have. No. I believe that extra credit should be illegal and we need to get rid of it, okay? You deserve the grade that you got, okay? We should not be giving out extra credit because you did not study, okay? Leave my live now. Shame on you. That is not funny. We do not tolerate extra credit here. That is ridiculous. Lil Jim, thank you for the super chat. Lil Jim says, I'm having trouble in school. Can you give me tips? You need to study. That is my #1 tip. You need to do your homework and you need to study. I love studying. I study for 17 hours every single night, and that is why I have straight A pluses. Thank you so much for that. Italian Cookie, thank you for the super chat. Italian Cookie says, if I told you I was a liar, would that be a lie? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. It depends on if you lie or not. I'm not a philosopher. I don't know that kind of stuff. I know facts, okay? I know cold, hard facts, okay? In case you don't know this, I am the smartest person in the whole world, okay? Albert Einstein himself once told me that I am the smartest person he's ever talked to, all right? So that means I'm the smartest person ever. You can look it up online. It's there. It's on Google. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. If you're new here, please be sure to subscribe. I'd appreciate that so much. We are 200 subscribers away from 623,000 subscribers. That is insane. Thank you so much for all support. Subscribe now. Do it. Thank you. You don't have to, though. Thank you. See? Thank you. Mr. Bro says, how the heck did you meet Albert Einstein? I just know him because I'm that smart, all right? I know Albert Einstein. We're friends, all right? That's why. Stay comments, the anger issues are kicking in. Why are you getting angry from my live stream, okay? I do not understand that. I am not saying anything rude or bad or terrible at all. I am providing you with valuable information about how amazing school is. And if you do not like that, then you can leave my live. I do not want you here. In fact, I want you out of my live now. Leave my live now. I don't want you here. Mr. Toast comments, touch grass. I touch grass every single week, okay? Joke's on you. I make sure to go outside once every week and touch grass for 5 seconds. So leave my live now. You're not funny. You think you're a little jokester? You're not. You're pathetic. Leave my live now. Shame on you. SPC, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. SPC says, people write on the walls in the bathroom all the time at my school. Wow. That is horrible. I'm so sorry to hear that, SPC. I hope that you don't do that. All right? You're going on my good student list. Thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. I hope you report them. You should report them to your teacher. Thank you. Streety VR, thank you for the super chat. Streety says, nobody has to do homework today. No. I don't care that today is Friday. You should be doing your homework regardless, okay? Because homework is the best thing to ever exist. There is nothing better than homework. I want everyone on my live stream to tell me, how much do you love homework? Because there is nothing better than homework. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Ooh. Zaria, thank you for the super chat. Zaria says, I love your videos and I love school. Thank you so much. You are going on my good student list. I know that you're a good student. Thank you for that. Lil Jim, thank you for the super chat. Lil Jim says, I love science and math and reading. Thank you so much, Little Jim. You're going to go on my good student list too. I'm so glad you love all of your subjects. See? It is not that hard to say nice things to me in my live stream, okay? It is not that difficult, okay? Because school is the best thing to ever exist, okay? And if you disagree with me, I want you out of my live now. Thank you. Whoa. Mookie girl, wow. 1 second. Are you kidding me? Mookie Girl just sent a $100 red super chat. That is crazy. Thank you so much for that, Mookie Girl. That is the number one largest super chat of my entire live stream. That means if it stays that way, your name is going to go on the official Koydog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the number one largest super chat of every single live stream. And right now, that is you, Mookie. You are going to be named number 82 on the official Koydog honor roll if it stays that way. Thank you so much for that $100 red super chat. Wow. That is insane. Mookie Girl says, so cool, happy face. Thank you, Mookie Girl. Thank you for leaving such a nice comment, all right? See, that is so nice, all right? Because since that's a $100 red super chat, I'm going to see that for the rest of my live stream. So thank you so much for not leaving a rude comment with that. You are going on my super good student list. Shout out to Mookie Girl, because that is crazy. Make sure you subscribe to them. That is nuts. Thank you so much for that $100 red super chat, the number one largest one of my entire live stream. That is nuts. Thank you so much for that. Nicole Cranfield, thank you for the $5 super chat. Nicole says, put my cat on the good student list. She purrs your videos, which is a love language for cats. That is so good to hear, Nicole. I will put your cat on the good student list, too. Thank you for that. Joel Gomez, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for that. Natsuki, thank you for the $5 super chat. Natsuki says, Koydog, guess who passed her math test? Okay. I hope the bar is not that low. You should be saying, I hope, or no, you should say, guess who got a perfect score on her math test, not guess who passed, okay? Because you could pass a test with a C, and a C is unacceptable. But I am proud of you. Good job for passing your math class. You are going on my good student list. I am very proud of you. Thank you so much, Natsuki, for that $5 super chat. Thank you. Bassett, David, thank you both so much for that super chat. Diggs, thank you so much for the super chat. Diggs says, school is cool, but why do you like it so much? Oh, why do I like school? Because there's nothing more amazing than school. School is the best thing to ever exist. There is nothing better than school, okay? We get to study, we get to learn in school, we get homework, we get tested on our knowledge, we get to be there for 8 hours a day, for 5 days a week. It is absolutely amazing. I want everyone in my live stream to tell me, what do you think about school? Thank you very much. Whoa. Are you serious right now? Mookie Girl, wow. Mookie Girl, thank you so much for that $200 red super chat. Wow. Mookie Girl, that is insane. I think that is the fourth or third largest super chat I have ever gotten before on a live stream. Ever. That is insane, Mookie Girl. Wow. I've only seen a $200 super chat like twice before on my live. That's insane. Thank you so much for that $200 red super chat, Mookie Girl. That is the number one largest super chat of my entire live stream, which means that if it stays that way, and I'm pretty sure it will, your name is going to go on my official Koydog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the number one largest super chat of every single live stream, and right now that's you, Mookie Girl. You are going to be named number 82 on the official Koydog honor roll if it stays that way. So thank you so much for that $200 red super chat. That is wild. That is why you're on my super good student list. That is crazy. Make sure you subscribe to Mookie Girl. That is nuts. Thank you so much for that. Wow. Lil Jim, thank you for the super chat. Lil Jim says, I hate extra credit. You should study and earn it. I agree completely. Extra credit is horrible. Okay, we need to get rid of extra credit now. I know that Mookie Girl also wants to get rid of extra credit, so we need to get rid of it. Thank you. Darwin, thank you for the super chat. Darwin says, I read a 1 million page textbook. No, you didn't. Okay, because that's not possible. That is impossible. There is no such thing as a 1 million page textbook. I want you to leave my live. I do not tolerate liars in my live stream, and that's what you are. You are a major liar. So leave my live now. You are not welcome here. No liars are welcome here. Official, thank you for the super chat. Official says, I got a perfect grade on my social studies test. Good for you, Official. I am so proud of you. You are going to go on my good student list. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Diggs, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate that, Diggs. Thank you. See, it's not that hard to leave a nice comment in my live stream. Joke King, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much for that. See, thank you so much for leaving nice comments on my live, okay? It is not that hard to be nice to me. So thank you to everyone who is saying nice comments about me in my live stream and saying nice comments about school, okay? Because it is not that hard and rude comments are not tolerated here. Thank you. Thank you. Now, if you are new here, please be sure to subscribe. I would appreciate that so much. We are 600 subscribers away from 624,000 subscribers. That would be crazy. We got this live stream. Thank you so much. Please subscribe now. Do it now. Thank you. You don't have to, though. Thank you. You should also subscribe to Mookie Girl, because Mookie Girl sent a $200 red super chat, which is crazy. That is insane. Thank you so much for that. Now, I'm only going to be live for another 5 or 10 more minutes, so be sure to spam your comment, all right? So I have a higher chance of reading it. Thank you so much. Senasia says, you can take a chill pill. Okay. I do not need to take a chill pill, okay? I am not angry or rude. I don't need to chill, okay? If anyone needs to take a chill pill, it's you, okay? Because there are people in my live stream leaving rude and disrespectful comments in my chat. Okay, they're saying very bad things about school, and that is not allowed here. That is not welcome here. If you are in my live stream leaving bad comments about school, I want you out of my live stream. You are not welcome here. Thank you very much. Get out now. Thank you. See, it's not that hard to be nice, okay? There are so many people in here being nice. So, like I always say, if you have nothing nice to say, shut your mouth. Thank you. Joke King, thank you so much for that super chat. Joke King says, I aced my map test. Good for you, Joe. I am so proud of you. Thank you so much. I'm proud that you aced it. You are a good student. Harmony, thank you for the super chat. Harmony says, I love school and I love everything I learn. That is so good to hear. I'm so glad you love learning, because guess what, Harmony? I also love learning. There is nothing better than learning. So thank you so much for that, Harmony. You know what? You're going to go on my good student list. I'm so glad you love learning. You know what? In case you're new here, I am keeping track of what you say in my live stream. If you say anything rude or disrespectful, you go on the bad student list. If you say anything nice, though, you go on my good student list. So I suggest you shut your mouth and you be nice to me. It is not that hard, all right? There are 3 simple rules in my live stream. Rule number 1, never, ever say anything bad about school. Rule number 2, if you send a super chat, you do not have to, but if you do, you are required to say something nice to me, because I'm forced to read every single super chat out loud to the entire live stream. And finally, rule number 3 of my live stream, if you send a large super chat that appears on my screen down here, you are required to compliment me. As you can see, the larger it is, the longer it stays on my screen, and I will not tolerate a really long, rude message. Thank you very much. I'm getting sick and tired of the rude comments. I don't get it. Why are you in my live stream if you do not like school, okay? I do not get it. I genuinely do not understand it. Natsuki, thank you for the super chat. Natsuki says, my sister said school sucks. I disagree. Yeah. Your sister, tell her that she is bad. She is a bad student. Leave my live now. Not you, her. Minder Gaming, thank you so much for that super chat. Minder says, I got a 100 on my major grade math test. Good for you. That is so glad to hear. Herman, thank you so much for that $5 super chat, Herman. Herman says, the worst thing happened to me because I couldn't go to school today or celebrate my birthday because I was sick. I'm sorry to hear that, Herman. Happy birthday to you. I hope tomorrow is better, but I hope you still had a happy birthday today. I am proud of you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Draco says, I love school. Thank you, Draco. See, thank you so much. I'm so glad you love school, because I also love school. There's nothing better than school. Thank you. Okay. Marcos Versa comments, be quiet. Do you really think I'm going to be quiet in my own live stream just because you told me so? Let me make something very clear to you, okay? I am the owner of this live stream. I am the ruler of this live stream. I'm the emperor of this live stream, okay? That means that you cannot tell me what to do under any circumstance, okay? I do what I want, okay? And if I tell you to do something, you do it. No questions asked. You know why? Because this is my live stream. Yeah, so leave my live now. I do not want you here any longer. Thank you. Ridiculous. Peyton, thank you for the super chat. Peyton says, I love school. School is the best. Thank you, Peyton. I love school too. I'm so glad you agree. Thank you so much for that. Mason, thank you for the super chat. Mason says, am I a good student? I love the math test. Yes, you are, Mason. I'm going to put you on my good student list. You are definitely a good student. If you are new here, please be sure to subscribe. I would appreciate that so much. Do it now. Thank you. You don't have to, though. Thank you. Ooh. Maddie's, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Maddie's. Artifice, thank you for the $5 super chat. Artifice says chicken jockey. Do not say that phrase here. That phrase is banned, okay? You are not allowed to say chicken jockey in my live stream. That is a meme, okay? And memes are not allowed in my live stream because they're against the school rules, and we follow the school rules in my live stream. So leave my live now if you're going to talk about chicken jockey. That's not funny. You're on the bad student list. How dare you? Who do you think you are, honestly? You are ruining my live stream. And of course, how dare you send it as a large super chat too? I'm not forced to look at that chicken jockey message for multiple minutes since it's a large one. Leave my live now. That is not funny. Thank you. You are rude. Nicole, thank you for the super chat. Nicole says, the ceiling is up, being honest. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate that. Big Boy says, you are the best person I ever saw. Yes, I am. Thank you for that. Herman, thank you for the $5 super chat. Herman says, but I had a test for 30% of my grade. I missed it. Herman, you better email your teacher right now and beg to retake that, because that is bad if you get a 0 on that. Thank you. Gaming Gods, thank you for the $5 super chat. Gaming Gods says, my teacher gave us the wrong math test. Everyone in the class scored below a 40%. He gave us a college test. We are in year 8. Yeah. That is your teacher's fault. That is not your fault. That is the only time it is okay to fail a test, because that is not your fault. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Ute Tony, thank you so much for that $10 super chat. Ute Tony says, I mean, every day bro makes hundreds, but every day school, sheesh. What? School is the most amazing thing to ever exist. How dare you come into my live stream and disrespect school like that? How dare you disrespect school like that with a large super chat too? I'm now forced to look at that $10 super chat for the next 5 or 10 minutes. Leave my live now. You're not funny. Ute, shame on you. How dare you? I'm only going to go live for 3 more minutes because I'm starting to get really stuffy now because I'm allergic to pollen, so I have springtime allergies. Thank you. Artifice, thank you so much for that $10 yellow super chat. Artifice says, can I see your room? Artifice, I will do that next time I go live. You know why? Because my room's a little messy right now. It is a messy room, fully honest. So I will clean it up and I will do a room tour next live stream. So make sure you are there for Artifice. I would appreciate that so much. Thank you for that $10 super chat. I hope you regret your actions of saying chicken jockey in my live stream. Thank you. Herman, thank you for the super chat. Herman says, am I a good student? Yes, you are, Herman. I'm going to put you on my good student list for being a good student. Thank you so much for that, Herman. See, I actually put your names on the good student list. I am not a liar, okay? I am many things, but I am not a liar. Every name I say goes on a list, actually goes on the list. So thank you for that. Ooh. Ooh. I need a water break there. Thank you. What other nice comments are there? Lily, thank you for the super chat. Lily, that is rude. That is disrespectful. Leave my live now. You are not funny. Whoa, Mookie girl. Thank you so much for that $50 pink super chat. Wow. Mookie girl says, you can call me Vivi. Thank you. I'll call you Vivi. Thank you so much for that. Let me write that down. I'll put Vivi on the honor roll. How about that? I'll put Vivi on the official Koydog honor roll in case you don't know. Mookie Girl sent a $200 red super chat earlier in the live stream, and that is the #1 largest one on my entire live stream, which means if it stays that way, their name is going on the official Koydog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every single live stream, and right now it's Vivi. Vivi's going to be named number 82 on the honor roll if it stays that way. So thank you so much, Vivi, for the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream. That is crazy. Vivi, you are a very good student. I'm going to make sure I'm crossing your name out and I'm writing Vivi to replace it. Thank you so much for that $50 pink super chat. That is crazy. Thank you so much for that. Waj Tech, thank you so much for that super chat. Waj Tech says, I love school, especially science. That is so good to hear. I'm so proud of you. JVZTL, thank you for that $10 super chat. JV says, I'll touch you, buddy. Okay. Leave my live. That's not funny. That is rude. That is disrespectful. I want you out of my live now. Honestly, why are you here if you do not like school? Thank you. Artifice, thank you for the $5 super chat. Artifice says, chicken jockey is now annoying. Thank you, Artifice. I'm so glad you agree with me. It is annoying. I do not understand why people comment that on my live stream. Artifice, I'm going to cross your name out of the bad student list and put you on the good student list. Thank you so much for that, Artifice. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for your support. Thank you. See, it is not that hard to be nice to me. Herman, thank you for the $5 super chat. Herman says, my friend hurt me and I was bullied the other day and they pushed me off the playset and I cut my knee. I feel sad. I am sorry to hear that, Herman. What you need to do is go tell a teacher or go tell an adult. That is not okay. Bullying is not okay. You need to go tell someone to get it to stop, okay? Thank you. I appreciate that, Herman. I hope you get that stopped. Genji, thank you so much for that $10 yellow super chat. Jeez. Genji says, what's up? Sorry, I haven't been here for a while. Genji, you do not need to apologize. Thank you for joining again. I am here to entertain, so I'm glad you come. I'm glad you're here to be entertained. You can come whenever. I do not mind. Thank you, Genji. I appreciate that, though. I'm glad you're back. You are going on my good student list. I remember you from the early days. So thank you, Genji. Thank you for that super chat. Jeez. Yeah, I'm going to have to end the live in a second. My allergies are starting to act up. SPC, thank you for the super chat. SPC says, someone made smoke come out of their laptop in computer lab. Okay, that is ridiculous. People should not be setting their computers on fire. King Gaming, thank you for the super chat. King Gaming says, I've got my SATs tomorrow. Wish me luck, study. Yes, you should study. The SATs are very important. I'll have you know that I am the one person in the entire world who got above a 1600 on the SATs, all right? I have the single highest grade ever on the SATs, all right? You know, you can only get a maximum of 1600, but they loved me so much, they loved my answers, that they gave me a 1700. That is how smart I am. Thank you so much for that. Watch Tech, thank you so much for that $10 yellow super chat. Watch Tech says, I love school. Please put my name on the list. You know, I will. I'm going to put you on my good student list. Thank you so much for that $10 yellow super chat. You definitely are a good student. Thank you so much. You are on my good student list now. Brandon, thank you for the $5 super chat. I can't say that word, though. I am not that, but I can't say that word because that word might get me banned off of YouTube. So thank you, but do not say that. Herman, thank you for the super chat. Herman says, they lied and the teacher believed them. Yeah, that is ridiculous. You need to go tell your parents. Minder, thank you for the $5 super chat. Minder says, am I a good student? I have had 80s and 90s on all my report cards all year. I'm so happy about it. Minder, you are a good student. While I am disappointed in you for not having an A+, I am proud of you for having 80s and 90s. Minder, you're going on my good student list. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for being a good student. Well, Vivi/Mookie Girl, wow, thank you so much again for that $50 pink super chat. Right as I'm about to end the live stream, jeez. Mookie Girl says, hi, Koydog, you can call me Vivi. Yes, I will. I'm going to put your name down as Vivi on the official Koydog honor roll then. Thank you so much for that $50 pink super chat. That is crazy. Thank you so much for that. Wow. That is crazy. Genji, thank you so much for that $5 green super chat. Genji says, I'm going to be honest, I thought I seen you somewhere. Where did you think you saw me? I am very interested. Where did you see me without saying any town names? Because I was at the Jersey Shore recently. I went live 2 weeks ago at the Jersey Shore, so maybe you saw me there. Thank you so much. Who said that? Plush Pizza says, is this looping? No. This is a live stream. That's why it's live. It is in the name. It is a live stream. Jeez. I mean, that's ridiculous. No, whatever. Now, ooh, thank you, but I'm going to end this live stream now, okay? Oh, my allergies are really acting up. Do not worry, though. I think I might go live tomorrow. I'm either going to go live tomorrow night or Sunday night, and I'm really thinking about going live tomorrow night. Now, let me know. Should I go live tomorrow night, Saturday night, or Sunday night? When should I? I'm thinking tomorrow night. I think Saturday night's a good time to go live. A lot of people might have a free night. Genji says, at a camp, I don't think it was you. It was not me, Genji. I do not go to summer camp anymore. I'm glad you thought you saw me, though. That is very nice. Thank you for that. All right. I'm seeing a lot of people saying tomorrow. I will go live tomorrow night. I will go live tomorrow night. Thank you so much for that. All right. I'm going to go live tomorrow night. And since I'm officially ending the live stream, it is official that Vivi is going to go on the official Koydog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every single live stream, and it is Vivi with that $200 red super chat. That is crazy. So thank you so much, Vivi, for that $200 red super chat. That is crazy. Oh, my allergy. In case you don't know, I am allergic to pollen, and I live in an area with a lot of trees. So my allergies I get really stuffy. I get itchy eyes. It is not a fun time, and it affects my life if I go live for too long. So thank you. JV, thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm not saying that, though. That is inappropriate. SPC, thank you for the super chat. SPC says, I got kicked out of class, but I got framed. Yeah, that is ridiculous. You need to tell a teacher about that. Thank you. Vivi, thank you so much for that super chat. Vivi says, I'll do 500 tomorrow. Vivi, thank you so much. You do not need to do that, though. You can if you want, but you really do not need to do that. You can just sit here and enjoy the live stream. Vivi, that would be the largest, that would be the #1 largest super chat I've ever gotten before in a live stream. You do not need to do that, but if you want to, thank you. I'll thank you in advance. Thank you so much for that. If you want to, you can, but you do not need to. All right. I appreciate each and every single person in this live stream, even if you're just sitting here watching, because even if you're, one second, is my audio cutting out a little bit? Is my audio cutting in and out, or is my audio fine? I am a little curious. Right. I saw someone say my audio's cutting a little in and out. Is my audio good? Yes or no? Because I just want to make sure. Okay. It is a little bit. Okay. I'll have to rewatch after this live stream and see what's going on. Maybe I can fix it. But I will go live tomorrow night. Do not worry. I hope you all have a wonderful night. I will see you all tomorrow night because I am going to go live. Thank you for joining. Have a wonderful night.